What up, YouTube? I'm back. So this was a pretty good episode. I liked it. It was right after the Infinite 100% versus Overhaul, which was amazing. And the crazy thing is, I only watched that episode once, so I'll have to go watch it again because it was really good. But this week's episode was good in another way, because there was a lot of emotions. There was an event that happened with the League of Villains. So let's get right to it, man. Obviously, we all know that the only reason why Midoriya was able to use his quirk at 100% without getting really injuries is because of Eri's quirk. And the only reason for that is because Eri's quirk was reversing all of Deku's injuries, so he was able to go 100% against Overhaul, which was amazing. And we saw how all of that ended in this week's episode. Obviously, Eri doesn't know how to control her quirk. I think that's probably the first time that she's used it, so she wasn't able to stop it, and she was trying, but she just didn't know how. So the only way that they was able to stop her was by erasing her quirk. And usually it was Overhaul that stopped her, because I think it was basically maybe hurting her or making her go unconscious or something like that with his quirk. So that was the only way that they were able to stop her quirk. But now it was Eraserhead using it, so that was quite interesting. Now, after all of that happened, there was obviously a lot of people hurt. There was Fat Gum, Kirishima, Mirio, Night Eye. They were all hurt. There was a lot of other people hurt, like Rocklock and everything like that. So there was a lot of ambulances that was coming to the crime scene basically and helping the heroes and everybody that was hurt. So that was pretty cool. They also took Overhaul in a special cargo, I guess, to bring him to an hospital and then to a prison, I'm thinking. But something happened, man. The League of Villains actually catched up to that truck, and they were able to kind of take Overhaul and the bullets, the bullets that are erasing quirk, which is kind of scary, because the League of Villains obviously are going to use these bullets on someone. I think that will be pretty important in the story, so we'll have to see what's gonna happen with that. But yeah, man, they were able to catch up to Overhaul, and what they did to him was absolutely insane. First of all, they encountered the Sand Hero Snatch. He was supposed to be protecting the cargo of Overhaul and the bullets, but he was kind of defeated pretty easily by the League of Villains. He could only use his quirk for half of his body, which is okay, I guess, but yeah, he wasn't on the level of the League of Villains right now, so he was defeated pretty easily. I actually think that there should have been a lot more security for Overhaul and the bullets, because he's he's a big villain, in that community right now. So I thought that there should have been a lot more security for Overhaul and the bullets, because this is really important, man. Something is gonna happen in the future that a lot of people won't like because of these bullets. Anyway, what Tomura and the League of Villains did to Overhaul was insane, man. They actually took both of his arms so that he can't use his quirk anymore, which is kind of crazy. This is one of the worst things that I've seen been done in in Boku no Hero Academia, man. That's actually crazy the way that they did that. They didn't show it exactly how they ripped out his one of his arms, but it was insane, man. I never thought that I'd see that in Boku no Hero Academia, but that was kind of crazy to me how it was I know I've said that a lot, but it was insane that they did that, and Overhaul's reaction was crazy too, because we all saw how Overhaul was really, I don't want to say that he was really confident, so to see him like that in this week's episode, his reaction, his scream was kind of it was crazy, man. It was one of the best scenes of the season in my opinion. Anyhow, the most emotional part of the episode was right after that because Night Eye was in critical condition because of his fight against Overhaul. He had a hole in his, body, that was kind of crazy. I actually thought that he could have survived, but it really didn't happen. I thought that someone would die, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna be him, but it was actually Night Eye. We saw All Might was at his bedside, so he was able to see All Might for the first time in a long time before he died. So I really like that. It was really, really emotional, to see them two together for the first time, you know, since that incident. It's kind of crazy to me that it took all of that to get them together again. It's been years since that happened, maybe 7 or 5. I don't really remember exactly, but it took a lot of time for them to be in the same room together. So it's kind of crazy to me. But the most emotional part of the episode was when Mirio arrived, in the hospital room where Night Eye was, and he was crying his ass off, and it was really, really emotional, man. What Night Eye said to Mirio was amazing. He said that he'll be the finest of the heroes, which I'm kind of interested in because obviously Mirio doesn't have a quirk anymore. So I really want to see how all of that goes. I really want to see if Mirio will get his quirk back, but yeah, man, it's gonna be really, really interesting to see Mirio's story. If you will see him more, in the next arcs. I really can't wait for that. But yeah, it was really emotional. Night Eye died, which at the beginning of the arc, I didn't expect him to die because he was such a new character that was gonna help Deku get stronger. But it happened, man. It was crazy. But yeah, man, it was really emotional. Anyway, in my opinion, this arc, you know, I have a lot of things to say about it, but the only thing that I'm gonna say is that I thought this arc was mid, compared to the other arcs that we've gotten from My Hero Academia. I thought that it was good. I thought it was really good, but compared to season 3, the first 13 episode, especially of season 3, it was so amazing, man. That I was kind of underwhelmed by this arc so far, but it was still really good. The last thing that I'm gonna say about this week's episode is that it seems like Eri is ill right now. I don't know if it's because she used her quirk too much, but she has a fever and it doesn't go away. So I can't wait to see what's going on with her. I really want to see her interact with Mirio and Deku, in the near future. So we'll have to see. But the only one that can actually control her quirk right now is Eraserhead. So will we see Eri more often, or will she stay in quarantine? That's gonna be interesting. But let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below, and let me know what you think is gonna happen next. I do Boku no Hero Academia season 4 reviews every Saturday morning, so subscribe for that. But I also do other anime related things like Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays, Sword Art Online reviews. I usually do them on Saturday at noon, but I thought it was coming back this week, this Saturday, but it's actually coming back in April 2020. So I didn't expect that to happen. I didn't think the next half of this 24 episode season to be 2 months after it ended. I really didn't expect that. But don't worry, I'll do a video about that Sword Art Online second half of the season. I think I'm gonna do it today, so we'll have to see. But yeah, man, I can't wait for it. And then I do One Piece reviews on Saturday night, so subscribe for that. It's gonna be awesome. I will also do Boku no Next Generation reviews because they're finally adapting the manga, so that's gonna be great. I can't wait. It's gonna be out Sunday morning, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, man, thank you for watching. Follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram, and like, comment, subscribe. It would help my channel a lot, man. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.